Sasquatch follows investigative journalist David Holthouse as he attempts to solve a bizarre 25-year-old triple homicide that was said to be the work of a mythical creature. Question of the video: do you believe in Sasquatch? Let me know in the comment section down below, and there you can find out my... Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming content. Sasquatch is a new Hulu documentary series that focuses on a triple homicide in the 90s that was said to believe to be the work of Sasquatch. Now, this is not a documentary series that dives into Sasquatch and all of the findings of Sasquatch and an origin of Sasquatch and is he real or not. People witnessed it and said that it was a big creature that ended up killing these three people who worked on a marijuana farm in the late 90s in California. This documentary series follows investigative journalist David Holthouse as he interviews people, digs really deep into this case, trying to figure out, is it Sasquatch or is it something else? And I found this documentary series to be quite interesting. Now, I was going into it expecting something about Sasquatch. Is he real or is he not? And really diving deep into the myth of Sasquatch. But it's different than that. And I ended up really appreciating that. I really found this to be quite interesting, and you can feel the tense moments as David Holthouse is investigating this case, interviewing people. Often names are blurred. People don't want to be seen on camera when he is interviewing people. They show the back of their heads. Literally, there's at one point where he's afraid to even mention someone's name. You can sense the struggle that he has as he is investigating this and knowing that he's getting pretty deep into it, and people are hiding secrets about this triple homicide. If it's Sasquatch or if it's just a person that ended up killing them. There's a lot of secrecy behind it all that you can tell that he's struggling to accept certain things. And I love how raw it did feel as it was covering him setting up interviews, calling people, honestly being afraid at times to really investigate and interview certain people. As people were telling stories about the marijuana farm in the 90s and what may have happened, instead of it being acted out, instead it is animated. The animation's alright. It's not trying to be something grand. It's just trying to get its point across, and it does just that. This is a fairly short documentary series, but it really packs a lot within it. There's a lot of how the marijuana farm in the 90s became really popular, and everybody kind of migrated to that and the community that was in there. It also talks a lot about David Holthouse and his investigative style and how he interviewed a lot of people. And then obviously Sasquatch sightings and how people faked Sasquatch sightings. It's not a lot of, oh, do we believe in Sasquatch? Is Sasquatch real? Where would Sasquatch come from? How long has he lived? And it's about Sasquatch in the area. Did he murder these three people, or is someone trying to set something else up and trying to frame Sasquatch? It's a really bizarre series, and I was fully invested in it. Last year and this year, I've just been really enjoying these true crime series, and this is a very interesting one. I think it took something that even David Holthouse felt like was very bizarre. He had the hardest time getting answers, and people weren't fully participating with that, and you get that vibe, especially in the third episode when things start to be more revealed about this case. He feels frightened at times, and since the documentary feels very raw and real, you get that sense within this documentary series that it just wasn't an easy thing for him to do. So this took a story that I knew nothing about and presented it in a way that was a lot of fun with the animation, even though it's just quite simple. It got its point across and set the tone really early on. It dived into a lot of different things, a lot of people that were involved in the marijuana farm in the 90s and people that had migrated to come help out and earn some money. And then in the midst of all of this, people believing in Bigfoot and him possibly killing 3 people. So there's a lot of crazy things in here, and I love how short it felt because it got straight to the point right away. At times it was tense. It set the tone very early on that this is going to be a wild ride and you need to buckle in. Go ahead and give Sasquatch a B+. Have you guys seen Sasquatch on Hulu? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stick around for more up and coming content. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.